excited to be making this interview about the Entrepreneur Evolve 2021, the authors session. Yeah, so we have a few authors that I'm going to interview, and one by one, you're going to hear what they have to share with you and also aspire you to start writing your book if you've not started yet, right? Or to inspire you to write another one and another one and another one, right? Yeah, so let's get into the questions. Hey, Jim Michels. You seem to love and enjoy sharing your passionate work to transform people's lives through writing books. What pushed you into accepting this calling of exposing your words from within? What were the solutions you were seeking?
I started writing my first book as a personal challenge to myself, and then as I kept going, I realized how much I liked it, just the ability to create new worlds and characters and settings and whatnot, kind of learning about those settings. And each of my stories has a specific lesson, I guess, as to each book.
How has this journey changed your life, and how do you overcome the obstacles set on your way to hinder you from achieving your set goals as an author?
I think what writing has given me is that I was able to find that talent, that own special talent of mine that I guess I had trouble finding. In regards to obstacles, sometimes because I freestyle my writing, it's, sometimes you get that writer's block. And so sometimes you have to take a step back and really think about the possibilities that you can create as the next step in that story. So it's kind of like putting a puzzle together, and you really just sometimes as soon as you find the next piece, it all just kind of starts snowballing. And I guess another obstacle that I've had was self-confidence at first, especially when you're working on your first book, because it's not yet completely finished. And so, sometimes in that regard, when you have those emotional valleys, you just got to keep focused on the goal itself.
How would you advise someone who is hesitating on their author journey, right? To get started on their author journey because they are afraid of the obstacles along the way? Which one step should they make right now to make progress?
I would advise other authors that are aspiring to become first-time authors to just kind of sit down and brainstorm, put their thoughts on paper. It doesn't have to be chapter one. It can be a list of characters or settings, events, and it's also one of the more fun parts because you can, really just go wild with your imagination. And then especially if you're picking out like real life settings, for example, it gives you a chance to kind of learn about that area, especially if it's new to you.
Well, a quick challenge for you now. Imagine there is one aspiring author watching you now on this interview, and they want to start writing today. Can you briefly give them a complete roadmap on how to get started to develop their story and be where you are right now?
I would advise them to remember that writing a book is not a race, it's a marathon. Every author's different. Sometimes it can take you a few months to write a book. Sometimes, like for myself, it took a full year. Sometimes it can take 5 to 10 years. So like I said earlier, the best thing to do is just start writing. Just get it out on paper and then kind of work as you go.
Well, people who want to continue learning from you or simply following your work on social media or your website, how do they stay connected to you?
For anybody who would like to follow me on social media, you can follow my author page on Facebook at James the Real Mike. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram as James Michels. And anybody who's interested in checking out my first book, Ice Rising, I actually have a copy right here. It's available on Amazon for $4.99 Kindle ebook and $9.99 paperback. And also I have a website I'm working on, www.jamesmichels.net, for anybody who really kind of wants to explore more about what I'm about.
Thank you so much for your valuable time in sharing your inspirational and legendary journey with us. Hope to have you again soon.